Yo, how's it going guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today's video will be a hero guide, and the hero that we shall focus on is Arnie. But a small announcement before we get into the video. We are currently recruiting members for our Europe syndicate, the Hawks, and we currently have 8 spots available. We need players with at least 3,000 trophies who play in Europe. Join our Discord server and create a ticket, or send me a message. The link for our Discord server is in the description below or the first comment that you see. We also have around 3 spots in our Asia syndicate, so those in the Asia server are also welcome to fill those spots. The trophy requirement is the same, 3,000 trophies. Thank you. And without wasting any time, let's get straight into the video. We shall look at all the abilities of this hero. The first of Arnie's abilities is the blink ability. Arnie jumps forward a distance of 420 and deals damage on landing. Later on in the video we shall look at why it's important to land on top of the enemy and do this damage. And then moving on to the next ability, we have team recovery. This ability restores health and armor to nearby allies. And then we have the Predator. Hero's movement speed is increased by 25% on hitting an enemy, and the hero gets more armor penetration, health and armor, as well as less running loudness. And then we move on to Rapture in battle. For this ability, on hitting the enemy, nearby allies gain 32 health, and there is a 25% damage increase for allies who are close by. That's it for the abilities. And then moving on to tips and tricks that you can apply while using Arnie. The first tip here is hug the enemy. Try as much as possible not to leave any distance between you and the enemy, because remember, the gun that you use is a shotgun, and shotguns do maximum damage when they are as close to the enemy as possible. So keep on getting in the enemy's face and make sure you land all those pellets from your shotgun. The next tip that we have is keep on switching position during attack. As you're attacking, hug the enemy and be as close as possible to them, but at the same time keep switching position to make it hard for them to hit you. Ideally, you would want to switch position after each shot. And then moving on to the next tip, try as much as possible to land on top of the enemy to deal the 300 damage. Arnie and Dragoon deal a damage of 300 when they land on top of the enemy. And they also deal damage to nearby enemies in the area where they land. This damage is increased up to 375 if you have all 6 personal gears equipped on Arnie. The next tip that we have here is use the jump cancel to make noise and confuse enemies. When you make noise with your jump ability, the enemies will not know where to expect you from or the exact moment at which you're going to attack. So this may lead them to panic and end up using their abilities before you even attack, and this is just an advantage for you. For example, a satoshi may use their shield even before you attack, and then it runs out and then has to cool down. So that gives you a perfect opportunity to attack them, and they wouldn't be able to defend themselves properly without that shield. The next tip is jump cancel to reveal ghosts who are close to you after seeing their footsteps. For this jump cancel, you actually have to jump and not just make the noise, and when you jump and land that jump damage, it will reveal ghosts who are close by to you in a short radius around you. So that really helps to reveal not only ghosts but also stalkers. And the next tip we have here is heal and run in a zigzag pattern while escaping. When you make the decision to run away, try your best to run in a zigzag pattern to make it hard for enemy bullets to strike you, and heal at the same time to generate health and armor as you get away. And then the final tip that we have here is don't waste your jumps, because I think you only get 3 charges, and if you keep wasting them, a time may come when you need to escape and you don't have any charges. So try to hold on to at least 1 charge at all times to allow you to escape when you need to. And that's it for the tips. And then we proceed to the possible Gearsets. In terms of gearsets, the first gearset that we have here is the one that has no personal gears. So if you're a player without personal gears, this is the gearset I would recommend, and this is the one I used when I didn't have personal gears. In the first slot we have the tactical optics to reduce the bullet spread, reflex implant reduces bullet spread too, the index arm reduces bullet spread as well, and reload time as well. Then you have index leg for more movement speed and more fire rate, third knuckle for more damage, and scan flashlight for more health. And if you noticed, most of these gears reduce the bullet spread, which is important for Arnie because it allows you to land all the pellets of the shotgun and do maximum damage. For this gear set, you can replace the reflex implant with a vest for more health if you prefer health over getting less bullet spread from the reflex implant, but that's up to you. Then we move on to the gear sets that have personal gears. And in particular, this is the gear set I use because it gives me maximum movement speed and maximum damage. We have the Desperado cap for less bullet spread, we have the reflex implant for less bullet spread, we have the Desperado bandage for more armor penetration, we have the index leg for more movement speed and fire rate, then we have the third knuckle for more damage to health, and scan flashlight for more health. That's the gear set I use. The two personal gears equipped as well increase movement speed by 10%. So that's why I said it's maximum damage and maximum movement speed. And as well as that index leg from the white index set, it also increases the movement speed. So you basically move about 20% faster in total. And then you have the maximum damage and movement speed set. This is basically the same set that I use. The only difference is if you have upgraded your gas grenade past supreme level, you can replace the scan flashlight with it. The reason why I say it has to be upgraded is because if it's very low level, it may not make a difference in the armor penetration. And then the next gear set that we have is for maximum jump distance and maximum vision. So you jump further and you also see more of the map. So in this set we have the Desperado cap for less spread, we have the Desperado bandolier for more vision and weapon range, then we have the Desperado bandage for more armor penetration and it also gives you some health per second. We have the Desperado boots for less bullet spread and they also do damage to armor. And then we have the third knuckle, provides more damage to health, and the Echo Radar gives more vision. So those are the gear sets that I use sometimes. I just keep switching between which one I want and depending on how I want to play. I think that's it for today's guide for this hero. This hero is very fun to use once you learn how to use him properly and take advantage of all the damage that he does. And yeah, if you equip the right gear set that fits your playstyle, you will have a lot of fun with this hero. The final part of the video will simply be some highlights of the hero, and with that said, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Put the work in, we got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking